Hello everyone, it's Sandra. Welcome to today's video. This is a very impromptu filming session, but I felt compelled to do it as soon as my latest Lisa Eldridge order came. I wasn't initially going to order anything from her latest lipstick launch. Before you know it, it's like I blacked out and I went to the website and I ordered 2 lipsticks. So here we are. I thought I would run through what I got and also rank all my Lisa Eldridge products because I've amassed quite a few products from the brand and I thought it'd be fun to kind of revisit them all and rank them in order of what I'm using the most. I'm also swatching all the lipsticks on my lips, so before we get into the ranking, let's talk about the new lipsticks. I'm always excited for a Lisa Eldridge product drop, even if I'm not planning on buying anything. I love and respect Lisa as a makeup artist. I absolutely love what she's done with her brand and with her channel. I think that she is just somebody to look up to. Her integrity, her expertise. I just love everything about her and her content. And I love that it's an independent brand. Everything seems to be so carefully considered, and I like how her videos, and sometimes, when she gives backstories on how she selects certain shades, how she comes up with certain formulas, I feel like by doing those videos, she almost kind of invites us in to take a closer look and be closer to the brand. So ultimately, we feel more connected to her brand and we feel better about supporting the brand and buying from the brand, right? So before I turn this video into just me gushing about Lisa Eldridge for 30 minutes straight, let's talk about the lipsticks. So I bought 2 lipsticks from the latest collection. One is a very predictable choice. The other one was a little bit of a wild card. So starting with the predictable choice, and it's the luxuriously lucent lip color in the shade Les Mepris, and it is a peachy nude. It is an absolutely gorgeous peachy nude. And I was a little bit scared that it would be too pale for me, that it might be like a little too nude, but it's not. It's like the perfect peachy nude, and the sheerness of the formula makes it a bit more forgiving. It's not like dead lips, and it's really, really flattering. I can get away with wearing this without any lip liner. Obviously I can enhance it even further with like a little bit of a darker lip liner if I want more of that sculpted lip look. I can add a gloss on top, but it's great on its own without any lip liner support too. I really like Lisa's luxuriously lucent lip formula. It's like kind of sheer, has a bit of a sheen to it, but it's not super, super shiny, and it's just really comfortable. It's a great everyday, just throw it on type of lipstick formula. And yeah, I'm just really happy that this lip color ended up working for me. As of today, seems to be the only shade from this new launch that is sold out. So unfortunately, if you do want this right now, you are not able to get it. But I did find 2 very, very close alternatives in my collection. Clearly, I am drawn to this type of color. And these 2 are similar in both formula and tone. So the closest thing that I have is the Surratt Lip Sleek in the shade Paramour. This is just a bit thicker, bit more peachy. They're very, very similar. So this is Lisa Eldridge Les Mepris. This is Surratt Paramour. So you can see the Surratt is just like a hint more peachy. And then the other similar option I have is the Chantecaille Lip Chic in the shade Jasmine. Now this was part of the brand's limited edition Giraffe Conservation collection, but this color is still available at lots of retailers, so I feel confident putting it in here. And again, in terms of formula, the formula is more similar to the Surratt Lip Sleek formula. A little bit thicker, a little bit more balmy, and more shiny than the Lisa Eldridge. But all 3 lip formulas are just incredibly comfortable, really luxurious, and they just feel so good to keep reapplying throughout the day, essentially. The other lipstick I bought is the lipstick that I'm wearing today, and it's the Insanely Saturated Lip Color in the shade Strawberry Shock. I was very on the fence about this, but I ultimately decided to get it, and I have 0 regrets because this is amazing. This is a lipstick formula that I hadn't tried from Lisa Eldridge before. It's the Insanely Saturated Lip Color. It's It's very, very lightweight. It's like a satin matte finish. Kind of reminds me of the formula of the Giorgio Armani Rouge d'Armani matte. Thinner in texture than the Lisa Eldridge Velvet lipsticks. A little bit, yeah, just thinner, but intense pigment and a bit more creamy. I'd say a bit more comfortable. And yeah, just an absolute joy to apply. This color is such a cool color. I have nothing like it in my collection, so there's nothing to really do comparison swatches with. It's gorgeous. It's not an orangey red, and it's not a bright pink either. It kind of sits in between a bright pink and an orangey red. And I missed having a color like this in my collection. I used to own Lisa Eldridge Velvet Morning, which is like a bright orangey red in the collection, but then last year I dropped it and the bullet just kind of got mangled and destroyed. I couldn't really salvage it, but I never really reached for that color anyway. I didn't miss it in my collection essentially, and even while I had it, I think I maybe ended up using it twice. But then when I saw this, I felt that this would be more of an interesting color, and it's perfect. It's like the perfect punchy, bright summer lip. It feels really good, and I love the formula, love the color. I'm not wearing it with any lip liner or anything. Super, super comfortable. This formula definitely feels super, super, super thin. Like a bit more silicone-y almost, but in a good way. When it comes to the other items in my Lisa Eldridge collection, my most used product has been the Luxuriously Lucent lipstick in the shade Kitten Mischief. This is my favorite lipstick from Lisa Eldridge, and it's one of my favorite lipsticks ever. Such a good My Lips But Better color, and it's that perfect, again, it strikes a perfect balance. It's not too pink, it's not too peachy, it's not too coral, it's not too brown. It's like the perfect mix of all those things, and it just brightens up the face in a beautiful way without kind of taking away from anything. The next product that is my most used from the Lisa Eldridge brand would be the lip liners, and namely the lip liner in Affair. I have 3 lip liners, but the Affair one is the shortest, which means I've used it the most. The other 2 lip liners that I have are Velvet Dragon and Velvet Fawn, which I kind of bought to complement my other favorite lipsticks from the brand. The reason I was reaching for Affair a lot was especially in the fall and winter. I just felt like this lip liner paired really nicely with some of the more brownish nude lipsticks I was wearing. And the Lisa Eldridge lip liner formula is incredible. It's very, very long wearing. Out of everything else that I have, I would liken this lip liner formula to the Pat McGrath lip liner formula or the Makeup Forever Aqua lip liners. It sets, and it definitely has lasting power. So this is Affair, which is a really, really great fall lip liner. This is Dragon, which is the companion for Velvet Dragon lipstick. And then this is Fawn, which is the companion to Velvet Fawn lipstick. And I kind of just bought these 2 lip liners to go along with the lipstick, so I know I just have perfect matches. And then just for comparison's sake, I have some of my other most used lip liners here. This is Victoria Beckham 02 lip liner. This is Pat McGrath Contour, and this is Makeup Forever 3C, just so you can kind of get a better frame of reference of the tones. My next most worn Lisa Eldridge product is another lipstick. This is in the Velvet formula, which has more presence on the lips, feels a little bit thicker on the lips than the Insanely Saturated lipstick formula, but it's still quite comfortable. If you have chronically dry lips, this might not be a good lip formula for you. This is the color Velvet Fawn, which is another really, really great My Lips But Better color for me, but with a bit more presence, a bit more intensity than Kitten Mischief. I absolutely love it. I think it looks really, really good. That's why I bought the matching lip liner for it as well, and it's a lip color that I always feel really, really good in. My next most worn lipstick is the Velvet Dragon lipstick, again from the Velvet formula. This is my favorite red that Lisa makes. She has an incredible collection of red lipsticks, again, especially for fall and winter, but I have worn this the odd spring, summer day as well if I'm in need of a pick-me-up. It has this like muted quality to it, which I think is so unique. It feels like it just adds a little bit of something special to the look. So the next product going down the ranks is the lip gloss, and I used to have this in 2 shades. I had the shade Muse and the shade Affair. I ended up giving Muse to my mom because it just looked much better on her. I ended up keeping Affair. I wore this a lot the first summer I got it, but then I feel like after the novelty wore off, I just haven't been reaching for this as much. And it's not like I don't love it. I like the formula. I really like the color. I just haven't been reaching for it. So that's why it's where it is in the ranking. It's quite a pigmented gloss, and I think for me, I've kind of learned that I don't really like a lip gloss that is that pigmented. I tend to be more into sheer lip glosses. Haven't been wearing the gloss a lot, and I should start because I don't want it to expire. It's good for 3 years according to the Best Buy date, so it's still good, but the clock is ticking. Next up is another velvet lipstick, and this is the shade Velvet Intrigue. I think I bought this last year. Was this last year? Yes, this was from the fall 2021 collection. And this lipstick, I don't know why, because when I put it on today to do the swatch, I actually really liked the way that it looked like on, but for some reason when I bought it, like that fall winter, it didn't really look that good on me when I was wearing it by itself. And I don't know, I still was reaching for Velvet Fawn more, but I don't hate this. It's a really pretty, it's like a slightly peachier, slightly lighter nude lip. The next product, and I guess my second last least frequently used Lisa Eldridge product, would be the foundation. This was another product that came out in fall winter 2021, and I like this foundation, but I don't love it. I do have some issues with it. I did a video all about it, so if you want to hear me talk more about it and if you want to see the issues that I'm talking about, I will point you in the direction of that video. But essentially, long story short is, I can't really use this in the fall and winter because my skin can get pretty dehydrated, and this foundation does not look good on any patches of dehydration, any dry patches. It just doesn't play well with my skin when it's going through those phases. Now that it's summertime, I have been bringing this into the rotation again. I have been using it a little bit, and I am seeing better results with it now that my skin is a bit more oily. I also have been trying to use up other foundations from my collection, so I just haven't been reaching for this as much. What I do love about it the most is the color match. I have this in shade number 9, and it's one of the best color matches I have ever found in a foundation. So that fact alone kind of makes it stand out in the ranks above the rest. I feel like this and the Fenty skin tint in shade number 6 are like the best shade matches I have found. Those are my thoughts on this. It's better for me now in the summertime, but I still, I have foundations I like better in terms of formula and performance, but those aren't as good in terms of color. So I feel like I'm the Goldilocks of foundations, you know what I mean? I am wearing it today, by the way, and it looks really good. I've been using my BK Beauty foundation brush with it, and it's a really good combination. I do 2 pumps, 1 pump on each side of my face, and then I just kind of blend it out with this brush, and it looks really good. My least used Lisa Eldridge product is another lipstick from the Velvet line, and it is Velvet Muse. I have not reached for this in a while. I feel like I've only used it once in the last year, which is not a lot. Mind you, we have been in a pandemic for the last two years plus, so I don't think many of us have been as into lipsticks. But yeah, I just haven't been reaching for Velvet Muse. Not that I don't like it. I think it's a beautiful color. It's another one of those colors that is very seasonal for me. To me, this color is very fall. That's it. Those are all the Lisa Eldridge products. I've never tried her eyeshadows. I haven't tried the blushes. I haven't tried the highlighters. I'm really curious to see what product category she'll be launching next. I'm thinking probably concealer. But yeah, that was it. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are a Lisa Eldridge fan like I am, let me know what your most used products have been. Did you get anything from the new launch? Is there anything that you bought that just you haven't been reaching for at all? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.